I just wanted to do a little quick 15-minute Pilates routine for everybody who comes to Pilates. Just going to be 15 minutes. So we're going to start off in our downward dog. Just stretch out the body. So see that you've got your mat into a wall. And then you're going to take the hands like this. So the thumb and the forefinger like so. You're going to go the width of the mat with the hands. You're going to take the feet the width of the mat. And the knees are underneath the hips. And then you're going to tuck the toes under, lift up. So you're nice and high on the toes, lifting the sit bones up as much as you can. And then pushing away from the wall, you're going to draw the heels down towards the ground. You're keeping the heels turned away from each other and you're pressing away from the wall. And you can look forwards just to really bring that upper part of the back in. Stretch the backs of the legs. The heels don't have to go to the ground. You just want to stretch out those hamstrings. And breathe and stretch out the spine. And then release and come back down. Good to just lie onto your back. Take your belt, if you have a belt, some sort, trouser belt, anything. You're going to keep your left leg bent, you're going to draw your right knee in. You're going to take the belt around the arch of the foot and lift that leg up to 90 degrees. So you can't see my foot, but it's at the end of my leg. Heel in line with the arch of the hip, or heel in line with the hip, and just get an extension along that leg. And breathe. If you can extend out the opposite leg, you extend out the opposite leg. And hold. And then release. Opposite side. Draw that left knee in. Just draw it in towards the chest, softening the groin and the hip flexor. Take the belt around the arch of the foot. Lift up so it's just in line with the hip. Don't pull it too far forwards. Heel in line with the hip. See that the foot is flat up towards the ceiling, that it's not angling inwards, this tilting in. So stretch up and then extend out through the bottom leg. If you can keep the top leg straight. If this bends, don't bother straightening the bottom leg. Keep the bottom leg bent. It's the hamstring you're trying to stretch. Breathe. And then release and bring the leg back down. So you're going to see that you've lengthened the lower part of the back. You're extending it through both heels. So really stretch out through both heels. Now you're keeping these front ribs in. So we're starting to get this idea of what we use in hundreds and neutral pelvis. So we're not overarching into our lumbar. We're keeping those ribs moving down to the hip bones. Extending it through the feet. Stretch the arms up over the head. And then inhale, exhale. Take the arms back over the head. They don't have to go to the ground. They go to wherever you can maintain straight elbows. And the lumbar lengthened so that the lumbar is not arching. You don't want this. You want the lower part of the back lengthened. Extend out through the heels, extend out through the arms, and breathe. And then slowly release and bring the hands back down. Bring the knees in, roll to your side. Inhale, come on up. Just want to stretch out the shoulders. So you're going to stretch up through that right arm, take it down between the shoulder blades, open up the armpit, stretch out through the opposite arm, turn the hand back, catch the hands, and lift the top elbow up and breathe. So that's in this position. If you can't catch the hands, you use a belt. Same thing. And then let's do the other side. Change the cross in your legs. And then lift up through the top arm. Take the hand down. Open up that elbow. Stretch it through the opposite arm. Turn the hands. Bring the hand up between the centre of the shoulder blades. Catch. Don't let your head get jammed forwards. So keep the head lifted. And stretch up through the top arm. And breathe. And then release and come back down. So we're going to start off with some C curves. If you have a brick or a belt of some sort, use your block. Say brick or a yoga block of some sort. Excuse me, my brain's not fully switched on. Feet are flat on the ground, they don't lift. Brick in between the knees, so you're squeezing the legs, you're engaging the buttocks. You're lifting the chest upwards first, so we are extending first, But then as we roll back, our sit bones move towards our heels. Sit bones to the heels. Imagine somebody's got a rope and they're pulling your tailbone towards your heels. Belly button in towards the spine. You roll back to wherever you can maintain it. You squeeze the block, you hold, and then inhale and come back up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, tailbone goes towards the heel. You scoop the belly, so you're rounding into the lower part of the back. Belly to the spine, hold, grip that block, work the inner thighs, squeeze the bum, and then inhale and come back up. Inhale, exhale, roll back down. Belly to the spine, squeeze the brick, hold, and then inhale, come back up. Inhale, exhale, 2 more. Let's roll back down, belly to the spine, hold, and then inhale and come back up. Last one, inhale, exhale. Let's roll back down and hold. Squeeze the block. Let's take our hands away if you're comfortable to do this. Let's stay here and breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. And then inhale and come back up. Now, if you've got really tight groins when you're doing that, your hip flexors are going to be screaming at you. So sit up on a height so that you've got more scope to roll back. Yeah? Now, we're going to come down onto the ground. So we're already on the ground. I told you my brain is not working. You're rolling yourself down and you're going to have your feet hip distance apart. So your feet are hip distance apart, your toes are turned in, your heels are slightly angled out. And the first thing we're going to do is just bring some pelvic tilts into that lower part of the back. So we're dropping the tailbone to the ground and then we're lifting the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Dropping it down, lifting it up. Dropping it down. You can see I'm arching and then flattening. Arching the lower back, flattening. So you want to get our neutral pelvis. So you want to see that you're halfway between those two extremes and that you want to feel that your ribs move down towards the sit bone, towards the hip bones. Really important. Take the hands onto the rib cage, inhale out into them, and then as you exhale, feel how the ribs move down towards the hips and they stay there. So we're going to hold that. If you have tight shoulders or you find your neck is being thrown back, take a blanket and pop it underneath your head, yeah, so that you've got that support. And then keep this connection here. You want to feel that your hip bones are sliding towards each other across the belly. So you've got this really firm connection in the lower part of the belly. Neck and throat is soft, hands to the ground. You're going to take your right leg up to tabletop position, so the right knee in line with the right hip, and then we're going to take the left leg up to tabletop position. And we're going to hold, so I'm going to take that blanket out from underneath my head. So we're going to hold there, keeping the knees in line with the hips, and hold. And then we're going to stretch the arms up. So you have a couple of options. You can keep the head on the ground, or you can be here like so. And we're going to do our hundreds. You're pressing the hands down towards the ground. If you feel comfortable, you can lift the head and shoulder blades up off the floor, and you're in this position. So I'm going to stay like so, or you can lift your legs up, heels together, and start pumping the hands down towards the ground. So inhaling and then exhaling. Inhale and then exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, blow the breath out halfway. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. If your neck gets sore, put a hand to the back of the head, like so. Hold. Swap the opposite side. Good. And then hold. And then slowly release. And bring the head and shoulders back down onto the ground. Just let the back release, let the neck release. And then take your feet back down onto the ground. So again, I want you to see that you've got your neutral pelvis, so find it halfway. Once you're happy there, feel that your ribs are moving in and down towards the hip sockets. Hip sockets are sliding towards each other. Shoulders, neck, throat are soft. And then we're going to take left leg to tabletop position. right leg up to tabletop position. We're really keeping, now at this point my lower back is completely flat to the floor. Once I've lifted both feet up, back is flat on the ground. But it's a long lengthening. Belly in, my hip bones are sliding towards each other. And then I'm going to just very gently tap my right foot to the floor and come back up. It is slow, it's not fast. Tap the opposite leg and back up. And tap and back up. Left leg, keep the belly drawn down, keep the neck, throat and shoulders soft. 3 more to go. Tap, back up, tap and back up. Right leg down and back up. Left leg down, back up, hold. See the knees are in line with the hips, they've not drifted forwards, and let's just hold that there because that is actually really strong. If you're doing it right, this is full on. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. And then just draw your knees back in towards the chest. Bring the feet down onto the ground. And then let's roll up. So again, we're going to roll through that lower part of the back. And they're going to roll all the way up onto the backs of the shoulders. See the heels are turned out, toes in. And keep the thighs rolling inwards. Don't let your knees splay out to the side. Press the hands down into the floor for a little bit of extra movement. Help and hold. Squeeze the butt. Let's hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Stretch the arms up. Take the arms back over the head and up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. And then slowly release and come back down, letting the back rest down to the ground. Draw the knees in towards the chest. And then we're going to roll over onto our side. So we're going to come to the back edge of our mat. See that our elbow and our hip are in line with the back of the mat. Front knee is at a 90-degree angle. Top knee is resting over it. You don't want to see that the bottom waist is collapsing to the floor. Front ribs sliding down. Same setup as in the hundreds. And then you're lifting the top knee up. I'm not rolling that top hip back. So it doesn't matter how far it opens. But the top hip stays stacked in line with the bottom hip. Lengthening out through the crown of the head for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Then bring the feet together, clamshell. Just open up the top knee for 10. Again, don't let that hip roll back. Don't collapse down into the waist. So you're keeping that lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch the top leg out. Push out through the heel. See the big toes turn down. Circle forwards for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push out through that heel, lift the leg up. Let's go back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then release. Just give the old glute a slap out. Let's hop over onto the other side. Turn yourself around. Back edge of the mat, elbow to the back, hip back. Zigzag the legs so they're stacked on top of each other, bottom waist lifted. Lift and extend out through the crown of the head. Lift the top leg up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then bring the feet together. Clams for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch it through the top leg. Bring the back leg to the back edge of the mat. Push it through the heel, turn the big toe down. Let's circle forwards for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then release. Just give the old buttocks a press out. So let's come back to our downward dog. Let's just stretch out again. Thumb and forefinger into the wall. Stretch the fingers. Feet the width of the mat. Tuck the toes under. Lift up. And then draw the heels down towards the mat. Press back. Extend and lengthen. And breathe. And then release. And come back down. And just stretch up through the left arm. Inhale. Exhale down to the outside edge of the knee. Turn. Come back through to the centre. Stretch up. Inhale. And then exhale and turn. Come back to the centre. Widen the knees. If this isn't comfortable, sit onto your heels because your knees are sore, knee injuries, or you're tight, hips or groins. You put a foam pad, blanket, you lift yourself up as high as you need to be. And then walk your hands forwards, extend and lengthen. Take your head down to the floor. Breathe. Take the right arm under and turn. And come back up. Take the left arm under. Just stretch. And then inhale and come back up. And then lie yourself down for a moment and allow yourself to relax. Good. Keep my hat on. Hopefully you enjoyed that quick little touch into Pilates, and we'll keep you moving. Alrighty, bye.